We are going to work on wireframes and also prototype. So what is a wireframe? Wireframe is a visual guide that represents the skeletal framework of a site. So it's not everything, it's just a skeleton simulation, you know. So it has the elements like the layout, the basic features, you know, all the content you created for your when you're doing your content inventory, doing your content strategy. So it's for you to show how the content is laid out, how they are, what's the relationship between each content, you know, and also what kind of elements should be more important, you know, or how they related to each other. So the wireframes usually lack typographic style, color or graphics. So it's mainly for functionality, behavior, you know, and priority of content. So it's not exactly how it looks like, you know, but how it lays out. So there are many ways to do the wireframes. You know, the wireframes mainly focus on the information that's been displayed. The functions, range of functions, priority of the information, the functions, the rules. How to display those kind of information, and also all the different scenarios. How they're going to, because you guys already been working on some scenario mapping, you know. So how the scenarios be able to show on your actual site, actual products. Yeah. So what should be included in the wireframe? All the content, right? Every pages, you already created the sitemap for your pages. And also, all the elements for web page or for mobile site. The header, navigation bar, you know, menu bar, footers, sidebars, you know, all the content, images, text, and also videos, etc. Also things like dynamic widgets, like calendar, you know, basic set features, you know, search bars, you know, navigation graphic, you know, but no visual graphic yet. What's the difference between a wireframe and also a mockup and a prototype? Of course, they have some overlap. You know, normally we don't exactly clearly say what is mockup, what is prototype, or what is wireframe. You know, but the main difference is that a wireframe is an illustration of the structure of the layout, and normally it's the first step for you to go to the prototype. You know, mockup usually focus on the visual design elements. You know, the color, the style, typography, images. You know, prototypes normally are more like a semi-functional product. So it will have all the links between each page, between each site. Also, basically a simulation of the features, you know. I know when we work on, I used to work on industrial design. We also categorize prototype into appearance prototype. Behavior prototype. Appearance is the one only have an appearance. For behavior that has all the function, all the features, but may not exactly looks like. Or working prototype, it has all the features, and also looks like it. Or small value of product sample. For industrial products, normally you will do sketch model, appearance model, appearance prototype. Then you may do CNC rapid prototyping. Then you may have injection molding or rotation molding powder mold. Before you go to mass production, you will have a small quantity product samples, for you to verify, review. So for digital products, it's quite similar, So you will work on wireframes, mockups, then go to prototype. Even prototypes, we normally categorize them to a low fidelity prototype and high fidelity prototype. So low fidelity prototype has the wireframe plus some features, some links. But high fidelity prototype kind of like mockup with all the visual elements, plus all the features, all the links, all the functions. So there are many tools you can use to generate your mockup or your wireframe or your prototype. Of course, you can draw by hand on paper, right? That's many people do. And even by on paper, there are also many different ways. Like you can draw very roughly only for yourself, or you draw it very formally for the clients to look at, right? You can also use some flowchart or mind mapping software, kind of like Visual or Mind Manager. I don't know if you guys use those type of tools. Or there are many web prototype software. Later I'll show you several. Graphic software, of course, Photoshop, Illustrator, Adobe InDesign. You can use all those kind of software. Of course, you can use HTML or XHTML to generate a basic site. I can go with you for more deeper.
So, where does fireworks where you have actual product?
It's good.
So, if you're working in fireworks, where you have actual product?
Fireworks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where will that come?
Yeah, you can work on fireworks.
Where will that come? Will it be like, where does that fall in the categories?
You can anytime. I mean, you can use that for wireframes or low fidelity or high fidelity prototype. Yeah, that matter. For any state.
So we don't want HTML size in the
no, for this class, no. Even when you work in a company, some company require you to know HTML, CSS, JavaScript. But it's kind of difficult for most design background people. So by hand, you guys can purchase the UI stencil toolkit online, right? You can buy all the kit, kind of like this, to help you draw a nice stuff. Then you just search online, you can buy them. Yeah. Okay, UI stencil tools. Or you can also make the basic elements to different pages, and then play with it, play the layout, play on a bigger canvas. There was a video showing that the Google UI team, they even make a very big size web page, and they use the very big bars, navigation bars, to play together, and they make it like a movie. You guys can search and find, Of course, you can also make a paper prototype, and to change the graphic in the form, And we normally actually doing this when we do user testing with the user with the paper prototype, you know. So this is also a way to do it. Of course, you can use some graphic tools, you know, Photoshop, AI, Adobe InDesign, you know. The bad thing about using this is that you may have to draw every single element of all your pages, you know. You have to draw every pages, you know. But still, many people like to use this because you can build your own station tools, you know. You can even download many this kind of like icons from online and become import to your stencil tools, you know. Then you can utilize all of them, and then it becomes very quick. And another, yeah.
What is this tool called?
This tool.
The name of this tool?
Still. The tool.
The new name of the tool program.
Oh, this is what
AI. Illustrator or Photoshop.
Illustrator.
Illustrator, Photoshop, InDesign. You know, you can download all the UI elements online. You can download all the small icons.
Yeah.
For prototyping, you don't need to worry about copyrights. So you can use them, you know. But for final product, of course, you have to create your own style. And also, another good part about using this kind of tool is that it makes it easy for you to do from low fidelity to high fidelity. So you can draw a more elegant style, icons, you know, based on the rough prototype you already done, you know. And if you use InDesign or you know, when you use InDesign, you can also set the links. Then you generate PDF which be able to click. Then you can generate the the prototype very quick, you know. Then when you generate the PDF, you can click and go to next page, you know. So you can make that be able to work on the computer, or you can import to your pad or your phone. But your phone and your pad has to have a Adobe PDF reader. You have the reader, then you can click, jump to the next page. Okay.
Sorry, I have one question.
Yes.
You said you could download a PDF which is replicable in everything.
Yeah. PDF, you know, you can set the link to be. Like you click this icon, click, and go to the next page or another page. You can do that.
That would be a entry line according to
Yeah, you need to assign the links to different icons.
Okay.
Yeah. And you give a name for each page, or go to the third page, go to the fifth page. Yeah. So same thing with if you use Keynote or PowerPoint. The same thing. You can draw all the layouts, right? You can draw all the layouts on your PPT or on your Keynote. And you also set the links for each icon for them to go to which page you want. When you click, go to which page, you know. So you can also even make the page size just the size of your phone or the size of your tablet, make it clickable, you know. So you can also use this kind of tools. You can use some mapping management tools. You know, I know many companies use Microsoft Visual. So if you want to get a good job in some big companies, I know many of them might use Visual. So you might want to try Visual. You know, even for the site map, task flow draw diagrams, you can use Visual to generate. So download, install, and play with it. You know. Some online tools as well, right? Have you guys played with Mockingbird? It's very simple. It's a very simple tool, and you don't need to download the software. It's just a web-based application. So you just go to the website. Maybe I can show you guys. Very simple one for you to get a quick license. So you know, you can generate all the pages from the left, all the pages. You know, you can generate another page like portfolio, another page contact us. You know, so you go to the home page. You may have a logo. Maybe this is for logo. Maybe you can have some buttons, you know. So maybe this is home. Another button for about something like this. Very simple, you know. You just draw and make it there. You may have another image here. Then for the home page, you want to link the home page to this. So you just drag there, you know, drag the page there. About, okay. About, you want just simple, right? To set the links. So next time when you play, when you click the about, you will go to the about page. You know, right now the about page is empty. Anyway, yeah, play with it. You know, lovely charts. You know, you can also use this. It's quite similar, you know, every online tool is actually quite similar, same philosophy. And also you can use this to generate your site map as well, you know, or your task flow diagram, you know. Kako, almost the same, you know, they also allow you to cooperate with each other. So each one of you, for example, you have 3 people working on same projects. So you go online together, log in, you know. So you can work on that together at different locations. Glyph, you know, almost the same, you know, just play with it. Mashbone. Oh, sorry, Lamzi. Markflow. Pencil tools. Pencil tool, the difference is that they also have a stencil box that you can create your own stencil elements. So you can enrich your element, or you can even download more elements into your stencil tools. So you don't have to draw every people don't have to use the same root icons. Simple diagrams. Simple diagrams allow you to draw very roughly layouts, very quick. Sometimes when I don't know how many of you have tried Axure. When you try Axure, they have a special function that you can make all your lines not straight, but looks like more like handwriting, hand drawings. Why they have this such function? Because when you present your clients, they want your clients to know you're still at the drawing stage. That's why Axure provides such a function for you. Software, of course, you can use some software like this Serana Prototype Composer. This is software you can download and you can install and play with. But this might be a little bit difficult for you guys. First, the interface is not that friendly. You have to spend a little bit more time. But the good thing is that it allows you to be very easily work with a programmer. So the page you generate here can very easily go to next stage, go to development stage. That's a very good part about this software. Okay. Axure, of course. I also strongly recommend you guys play with Axure. Axure, you can download a free version. You have 30 days trial. But even after 30 days trial expired, you can install again. Yeah, they don't very strict, force you to buy. They don't. So Axure, you can also, after you finish, they can generate the HTML file. And you can send the HTML to your clients. And anyone who has computer with a web browser, they can open, it's HTML. So they can play, click to try it. But the bad thing is that the HTML they generate from Axure cannot be used by programmers. They have to recode the HTML. Yeah. That's a little bit not bad, no good. But Axure is a very powerful tool. It allows you to generate more, to simulate more effects, more features. Not just like the other tools I show you, like Mockingbird, only show the layout and also the links. They can also simulate like registration, or like some small, kind of like small codings, like 1 + 1 = 2, they can generate all these kind of things. During the past, we don't have so many options. When we started the 2007, we use Flash. We use Flash. We used to use Flash. Especially at that time, Flash has they call it flashlight. Flashlight that you can generate. That I didn't write here. Flashlight. If you are going to do some job for developing countries, like we did some products for India, so they still use the feature phones with the keyboards. So you want them to be able to not touch screen. You still want it clickable. You want a prototype that people can click. So use flashlight. So we used to program it with flashlight. Then you can use the keyboard to control the interactions to next page, to that page, Flash candies you can also use. And of course, I used to use Dreamweaver or just Flash. Dreamweaver, you already can generate a web page, but you can also use this to generate a simple layout for prototyping. There are many mobile apps right now allow you to do this. For example, this POP. You can go to Wumo, go in, you can download. They have Android and iOS version. That you can do a paper layout. You can draw the layout. Then you take picture to your phone. Then you import all the picture to this software. Then you just click to set the links. For example, you select this area, link to last page, then when you click, it goes to the next page, another page. Very simple, yeah.
What is this?
It's a mobile app allowing you to generate a working prototype. This is the company website, rumor.in. This app is called PLP. PLP. Yeah, PLP. It's very useful tools. So after you draw the layout with your pencil, or you do a nice graphic one, you can import here and set links. Then you can let your target users play with the form, and they don't know. They just say how to go to next page. If the flow is friendly, to test the usability. This is another one. It's also quite similar. I also put the items link here. It's called File Square. They also have many. Currently, there are many HTML5 based. They call it cross-platform app builder. Kind of like they help you to build your mobile apps. All you need to do is to upload all your visual elements, certain links. Then you can generate an actual app. Of course, you can use all this to generate a prototype. So you guys can try. There are many, and some are charging, some are free. But of course, the bad thing about HTML5 is that, for simple app, is already good enough. Especially if you just want to build a prototype. Because most phones like iPhone, they don't support HTML5 app for offline storage. Like last time my company created the HTML5 app. Every time we have to read the data from server, which makes our app very slow. So that's the bad part of it. But HTML5 already can generate many interactions, many cool effects. And it's very simple. You can just generate here for once, and then automatically you have your app in different platforms, iOS, Android, Windows Phone. They all support HTML5. So these kind of tools actually can help you to generate your app already. Anyway, so now we are still at the low fidelity prototype stage. We are building wireframes and low fidelity prototype. So make it simple, stay simple. Only in grayscales, no colors, because you don't want to attract your users or your clients away from the actual function and flows at this stage, So no visual style graphics, Of course, use a wireframe in tandem with the sitemap, based on the sitemap. Focus on the desired outcome. What kind of task flow you want your target users to do. What kind of functions they should be doing. You want them to select some products, make a payment, or you want them to finish registration, share to their Facebook, invite more friends to join this app. Write down all the use cases you want your target users to try. Then make sure they test all the use cases with your prototype. Create flow size if possible. Unless you are designing for a future TV, very big size. Then you make a scale. Normally, full scale. Plan the elements, secure the content in advance. So you guys already have a content strategy, content inventory, right? So you got to have everything ready. Everything we talked in the past classes. So that's about today's class.